Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, October 7th. You can see pretty uniform temperatures out there with some clouds around in the low to mid 50s, but we expect lots of sunshine. We got a cold front cutting through the area, and we can show you that here in a minute. But that's going to clear out the clouds and give us lots of sunshine with highs well into the 60s, maybe even near 70 over the southern part of the state. And if we look at the Great Lakes region, you can see the winds out of the southwest are still hanging on across southern lower Michigan. But you can see back to the north and to the west of us, winds shift around to the west and northwest as we got a cold front that's cutting through the area this morning. And again, that'll clear out the clouds and give us lots of sunshine. Otherwise, we'd be in the 70s, but with that cold front off to the south, again, mainly mid 60s, possibly low 70s across southeast lower Michigan. And if we take a look at the low-level surface winds, you can see where the winds out of the southwest across the southern part of the state become more northerly as you get back into Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa. But then they turn around as our pretty strong system off to the northwest that's going to be digging into the Great Lakes region here. That's going to bring us a pretty good chance of showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms for Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. If we look at the weather map, you can see that cold front cutting through the area. Again, that'll take the clouds with it and give us lots of sunshine. Here's the warm front out ahead of a low that's way back in Canada, but it's going to be moving quite quickly into the Great Lakes here over the next 24 hours. And by tomorrow, that low is in Minnesota, digging farther south than what the models looked like the other day. And again, with the warm front coming in, that'll increase our chances of rain. And as the cold front comes through by tomorrow night, out ahead of it, we could see even some thunder showers develop. And by Friday, that cold front will be pushing through the area, and we'll have a little bit cooler air moving in for early in the weekend before another gush of warm air heads this way as we get towards Columbus Day. In fact, we could be in the 70s for a few days next week. So overall, a pretty warm pattern continues, and I don't see that sign of cold air like I thought we would see coming down the pike. So until then, we'll continue to see pretty mild temperatures. As far as precipitation, you can see with the best dynamics as that low moves across northern Michigan, will be off to the north. We're up to an inch of rain, and it might be quite common across northern lower Michigan. Central Michigan looks like a good ½ inch is possible, and across the southern part of the state, around a quarter to possibly ½ inch as well. So a pretty decent little rain. It won't last long, and then we got plenty of dry weather as it looks. Much of next week could be dry and mild. And as far as the 6 to 10 day outlook, you can see definitely warmth across the whole United States, with the center of that above normal across the western states, and ditto for the 8 to 14 day outlook. Much of the U.S. quite warm. And as far as the Southern Oscillation Index, you can see we had readings about -25, -35 here over the past week, and we thought that would be a cattle prod to the atmosphere and might develop a trough across the central and eastern parts of North America. So far, we don't see signs of that, so we'll continue to enjoy the warm weather. And you can see our El Nino is quite strong again. It looks like the warmest waters have drifted back farther to the east, and that's not a good sign if this is the pattern that hangs through the winter. If you like cold and snow, this would indicate a fairly mild winter, and that's exactly what the CFS version 2 model came out with yesterday. And even though it disagrees with several other models, much is going to depend on where the big blocking upper ridge develops, whether or not it's around or east of Hudson Bay, or if it's farther back to the west. If it's farther back to the west enough, that would mean colder for the Great Lakes and for the East Coast. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day in 73s to all.